5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Urge To Splurge, the non-sexual, slightly sexual podcast where we celebrate the spontaneously spectacular drive to buy. I am your Wishlist Wizard, Matthew Dobson, and I'm here with my co-host, my buy it now baby boy, Tom Humphrey.
Hello.
How are you, Tom?
I'm really good. How are you?
I am not bad at all. It's
Lovely.
snowing.
It is snow. How do you feel about snow? Do you like snow? You're a big snow
I
fan?
love a bit of snow.
You're a
Turns
snowman?
I'm a kid for a snow day.
I ate dicks walking in the snow today.
I'm sorry, what?
You know when you're walking and you get onto like an icy patch and your first foot goes straight forward and your back foot like pulls you back, and then you're doing this like ice skating thing in the middle of a piece of ice, and then you fall.
You Bambied it.
That's a great way to phrase it. I Bambied it. And I fell, I cut my hand, and the first thing I did was look around like, did anyone just watch me absolutely stack it and eat shit? No? Cool. But then the other problem is, when you're stuck in the middle of ice, you have to get up on ice and walk to the other side of ice. Granted,
How big was this ice patch?
it wasn't big. It was about 4 foot, right?
Okay.
But that still means I've got to get up without any rails.
You didn't butt shimmy to the other end.
No, because I think that would have been too embarrassing. I couldn't bring myself to butt shimmy. Yeah, that was a great start to my day.
I bet.
Loved that. I did not love that. But how are you? You all good?
I'm all good. I had
you
my walk into work today. I didn't slip on ice and make a fool of myself.
Lucky for some.
Successful trip.
Have you splurged recently?
Oh, what have I been splurging on? Since the last episode, it was
You've
my
splurged?
girlfriend's birthday, so I splurged on her.
Such a romantic.
I know, right?
What did you get?
She loved it.
What did
I got lots of bits.
Anything you can share?
Oh, what can I share?
This sounds like a no. This sounds like no answer. Okay.
No, I can. I got her a cuddly blanket because it's cold, and
Nice.
she always steals mine. And it also helps me because she steals all the covers, so I actually have something to sleep under if there's a blanket lying around.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I get? You put me on the spot now.
You got a nothing. It's okay to say you got your girlfriend nothing.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah, you got a nothing.
I'm in the doghouse
And that's
now.
okay. That's okay. So you haven't splurged on anything for you?
No, nothing for me.
So I have
Naturally.
splurged quite a lot. I did a big splurge.
Of course you did. What'd you get?
So this is a question that's kind of related to my splurge, but it's also a question I'd like to pose to you and the splurgers at home. If you get a bonus,
I wonder what you're going to say then.
if you get a bonus from work
Yep.
for like Christmas hours, do you see, and even like bonus from work and birthday money and Christmas money, that money, do you see that as like your regular pay slip? As in, I've got to save 60%, 70%, 50%, however much you put into your savings? Or do you see that extra lump sum of money as like an untapped money mine that you can now
that's fun money.
So
That's fun money.
you're
That's
happy
what
to
that
spend
is.
that extra money?
Yeah. That's like open up your wallet and there's like a $5 in there that you didn't know was there. That's fun money.
So as it's not being calculated in your monthly pay slip,
Exactly.
it's money that's to play for.
That is the money you should be splurging with.
Okay, so that's great news. I was hoping you'd back me on this one because that's exactly what I did. I worked a load of hours over Christmas and New Year's, and my birthday's just been and Christmas has just been. So everyone, what's the one thing that I've been saying for the past couple of months that I want to buy?
A spot on Space Jam 2.
A spot on Space Jam 2. It wasn't expensive. No, I got myself
Shoes.
an Apple Watch.
Oh, of course he did.
I bought myself an Apple Watch because I've been wanting it, and this was the final push that was like, Tom, you know what? You got some money. You worked on Christmas Day, pal. Treat yourself.
Damn, okay. Yeah, that's worth it.
Treat yourself. So I got myself an Apple Watch, and now I am one of those guys.
What colour is it?
It's gold.
Nice.
It's gold. It's flashy. It's douchey to the max. Douche, sorry.
Yes. Good.
Yeah, Steve Douche. But I love it. I thought it was a great purchase. It's something that's going to be with me for at least until the Apple Watch 7 comes out, which is probably
Exactly.
months.
At least until they release the next one.
Exactly. I've got this in at least till September, so that's a good 9 months, 8 months. How many months?
Something like that.
Some months. It's a good half a year of something I'm going to have that's new, and then I'm going to regret buying it and go, I should have just waited until September, you idiot. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I splurged it. But this is another thing that I'd like to ask you. Do you ever go months without spending any money, and then you buy something for a fair bit of money, and then you go, I could spend a little bit more and a little bit more?
all the time. I justify my spending as nights out on the town.
Yeah.
If something's going to cost me £40, it's like, well, I didn't go out last week, so that's £40 I have in my pocket. So now it's like, oh, the pandemic's here. Well, I probably would have spent a lot of money on socialising with my friends that I can't do. So I guess I do kind of have £100 free because I didn't socialise with my friends so much.
See, so you get it. So you get like that dopamine hit that makes you feel good after buying one thing.
Oh, yeah.
So then you're always like chasing that rabbit, essentially, to buy something more and more and more and just have a load of stuff.
Yeah.
And after buying the Apple Watch, that's really what hit me, is I've now just got that itch to buy stuff.
Don't do it.
I have done it.
Oh, God.
So the other thing is, my favourite shoe, yeah, we're talking about shoes again.
Of course we are.
It's Tom's other favourite side hustle. I got an email from a shoe company, and they said 50% off of shoes at the moment. I was like, okay, let me check it out. And I saw that I could buy the greatest shoe of all time, a classic shoe of all time, the all-white Chuck Taylors, the Converse Chuck Taylors, and I had to buy them, to be honest. It's my favourite shoe ever. I had to buy it, especially if it's 50% off.
How much is 50% off, though?
It was £40.
That's not bad for a pair of shoes.
It's really not bad. That's what I said. And then I saw another pair of shoes that I wanted. I was like, Tom, you don't need two new pairs of shoes. But yeah, so I bought myself a new pair of shoes, and then I bought 2 Looney Tunes t-shirts.
Of course you did.
And now I think that's everything. That's a lie. I bought something else that arrived today.
So I'm sorry. So my initial guesses at the beginning of this little segment that you started on, which is like your confessional, is I guessed Space Jam and I guessed shoes. And the last 2 things you bought were shoes and Looney Tunes t-shirts. I think I aced that.
You did ace it. You did ace it quite well. I just kind of ignored that because I was too focused on telling you my good news about the Apple Watch. Yeah, I bought 2 t-shirts that had Looney Tunes on it. Still have, in fact. They have Looney Tunes on them. And I then bought some boring stuff because I just needed that itch to buy something. I bought 10 masks, face masks, for travelling on the train. And this is something stupid that I bought, but not in a fun way. I found an old lamp that I had, one that looks like the Pixar lamp.
Okay.
So a very functional, good lamp to have. But the bulb had died. And if you know anything about bulbs, those little tiny ones you never seem to have. So I bought 3 of those little tiny lamps, that light bulbs that go into the lamps. Now, a smart person would check if the lamp still works before buying the bulbs.
But how'd you do that if you haven't got a bulb?
See, someone else in their house has a lamp with that same size bulb that I could have borrowed. Just didn't. So went off, bought 3 light bulbs, came back, didn't work on the second, and you'll never guess what. Didn't work on the third either. So I now have 3 tiny light bulbs that I can't use for anything else, and a broken lamp.
Wow. Well, at least you can give the light bulbs to your family members.
Yeah, I know. So it's a good gift for them, I guess, but I don't care. I want a lamp.
God, if you're classing a good gift as a light bulb, I can't wait for my birthday.
Oh, boy, have I got 3 used light bulbs for you you're going to not enjoy. But Matthias, Dinkarella, we have a special segment of our podcast that's a staple, that's been a staple since episode 1 of our podcast. And what is it?
I saw this and thought of you. The segment where we find that product, that perfect product that just belongs with the other person. And this week's going to be a little bit different.
Why is it a little bit different?
Because the fantastic company Red Candy have contacted us because they want us hunting through their exclusive site to pick out the best thing for one another.
Woo!
And it's been tough. Oh, it's been tough. And that's for one reason only, because they have some fantastic products and choosing just one was super difficult.
We are big fans of Red Candy, and the fact that they've decided to partner up with us for our favourite segment of the podcast is super exciting. So thank you, Red Candy, for sponsoring this segment of I Saw This and Thought of You. Matt, do you have one to start with, or do you want me to flex on everyone and win for another week? Go 2 for 2, because I won last week with a fish umbrella. Let's go, team! Do you want to start?
Show me what you got with all this big
Okay.
Talk. Come on, let's hear it.
So I did so well with the animals, with the fish, right? I won so spectacularly. I think it was like 79% to 21%. You got absolutely washed out. So I thought, let's not stray too far from the fish theme and carry on with the scales and go for a taco holder in the shape of a T-Rex. Now, I don't want to hear anything from you because I know a taco holder that holds 2 tacos in the shape of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tacosaurus Rex is so bleeping cool.
Tacosaurus Rex is a great name.
It's a great
I
name.
love that.
I love dinosaurs. I love tacos. Sorry. Let me. Where am I going?
No. This sounds like a little gift for you, there, Tom. You love dinosaurs. You love tacos.
Everyone loves dinosaurs. Even more people love tacos.
I agree.
Everyone loves red candy, where you can buy this for £25. £25, you didn't have that much. Didn't you know that much?
Oh, I'm looking at it and it is fantastic. And now I want tacos so bad.
See? If you've ever got, if I go around someone's house and they say, oh, we're having pizza, I'm like, oh, sick. And then I see they've got like a little dinosaur holder that looks like a taco. Are we going to change to tacos?
Yeah.
I don't want to eat pizza now unless it's held by a llama. I'm now going to go Tacosaurus Rex. Give it to me now. And I think I've gone 2 for 2, boys. Let's go.
Okay, I realise that you're confident in your product, and you should be, because it is a fantastic product. But you do know how much other stuff they have on their site, and I have something just as fantastic for you.
Okay.
And you've picked it up a little bit for me because you've discussed lamps already.
I do like lamps.
You love lamps. Don't say you like lamps. You love lamps.
I do love lamps. And I've broken them. I've got a broken one, so I need a lamp.
You need a new lamp. For the man who is terrible at DIY.
How dare you?
The worst at DIY, anything house maintenance. I mean, I've seen you try and paint, and that's no good either.
Have you? My painting's great!
I'm not sure that's
My
true.
room looks so good because I painted it.
Okay, whatever. What I've got for you is a paint spill lamp in a beautiful sky blue. So picture a paint pot.
Yeah, picture it.
And then picture exactly what you do with it by accident, and that's drop it.
Okay.
The paint is falling out everywhere, all over your desk.
Right.
Now freeze frame. Freeze frame that image. The screen moves out and looks over your desk covered in blue paint with a splurge. That's right, a splurge falling out of it. Spotlight. Spotlight. This is a fantastic lamp. It looks like paint is coming out of the little pot. It's perfect. It's exactly what you need.
And it's blue. You can get it in other colours though. I've seen this.
You can get it in green.
I've seen this.
Yeah,
just whilst I'm searching for new lamps. You can get it in many colours.
I imagine your cookies for lamps is pretty high.
You have no idea
one.
how often I get recommended lamps. It's kind of ridiculous. But so the thing is, this is the issue. I get this all the time. When I buy something quirky and it comes in one colour, you're fine. If you buy something quirky that comes in 4 different colours, I'm now going to want to buy all 4 colours.
This is why you don't collect stuff, because you need them all.
Exactly. This is why I've only got 2 pop vinyls and I haven't brought myself to buy any more. I think if I buy one of these paint pot lamps, I'm going to want all the other colours. Got to have them all.
I can definitely see your desk is just lined up with all these different paint pots that are nicely tipping over.
Oh, I have nothing, no workspace on my desk because I've got all these lamps. Like, I'm already battling for desk space because of lamps and shelf space. I think I'm going to have to back my boy with the Tacosaurus Rex.
Oh, I thought you were backing me. I thought you were going to...
No, I backed myself. I backed myself. 2-0, boys.
Okay, but I'm looking at this Tacosaurus Rex, and there is also a Natrosaurus snack.
Shut up. Shut
So
up.
are you gonna need both of these?
Yes.
Yeah. See, your little collection. You're going to need all of the Mexican food holding dinosaurs.
I'm okay with that.
I can't wait for COVID to be lifted so we can have a big old Mexican Taco Tuesday with our prehistoric friends.
That sounds great. That sounds great. I need like a house and then a separate house for my things.
Yeah.
I'm going to have like a house for show and a living house.
You basically just need a basement for like your man cave.
I basically need a shop that a museum, let's say.
Yeah.
To just display all the things that I've seen, bought and liked because I'm running out of space here.
We both live at home, so we have a room to decorate. Our stuff doesn't quite reach out to our parents like other rooms. If you're anything like me, like none of my stuff lives in the rest of the house.
Oh no, my stuff is in my room and only in my room. And it's because no one wants, I don't want to say junk, but I think that kind of is the only word that fits.
No one wants your Tom Tat anywhere else.
Tom Tat, I'm happy with that.
You love it. Everyone loves it.
Everyone loves a bit of Tom Tat. Everyone loves a bit of Tacosaurus Rex. So come on guys, we're going to put the poll on our Instagram at WeAreAudiobox. But Matt, I also saw something else that made me think of you.
Oh yeah?
If you go onto redcandy.co.uk and use code SPLURGE10, you get 10% off any purchase you make. 10% off anything. What? Sorry. Yes. Site-wide is...
Tom just had a stroke.
Oh, it's only Monday. Yes, so you can use Code SPLURGE10, all one word, and the number 10, as in 10, not the word 10. So SPLURGE10, and get 10% off. Treat yourself, or even better, treat your loved one, because it's Valentine's Day in 2 days' time.
It is Valentine's Day in 2 days' time.
2 days' time. So get them something nice from Red Candy. Thank you very much for sponsoring us, Red Candy. Great company to work with. Love your site.
Splurge10, all caps, one word. Go for it.
That's 2 words. 3 words. Oh, Tom, you can't even count. Matt, this is your part. You talk now for the next 30 to 40 minutes. I'm just going to sit here.
All right. Well, speaking of Valentine's Day, Tom, this episode is all about Valentine's Day.
How do you feel about Valentine's Day, just in general?
I have a love-hate relationship with Valentine's Day. I will say that I am not a big Valentine's Day person.
Okay.
But in my heart of hearts, I'm a big cheesy romantic. So it gives me a good day to kind of unleash that and be all romantic and shit.
You shouldn't be releasing anything.
I'm releasing all the Valentine's shit, yeah. I'm pro Valentine's Day. Any day that is celebrating love between a few people, 2 people, for yourself.
A few people?
I'm like, go for it. I don't think it needs to be one day of the year. It should definitely be more days of the year. But any celebration of love is good in my books.
Okay, so you think it's a good idea. You don't think it's just like a commercial holiday?
Oh, for sure. It's definitely a commercial holiday. But right. I'm not going to stop anyone from choosing a day and being like, yeah, I'm going to be super lovey this day. Because that's just a great thing.
So you're not a Valentine's Day Grinch?
No, I'm not a Grinch.
Okay. I thought you would be.
Grinch. So you're a Christmas Grinch, so I feel like let's put a bummer on the rest of the holiday.
You see, I'm not a Christmas Grinch. I just don't like Christmas songs or movies. I like Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
Just don't like the movies and the songs, because the songs are all repetitive unless it's Feliz Navidad, which is the greatest Christmas song of all time.
It's the worst one.
Oh, you need to wash your mouth out. But I like you. Everyone likes that day where they can be soppy and not really judged for it too heavy. I'm a hopeless romantic, probably in many ways. I like to show affection at the easiest way possible of buying something. Yeah, I do like Valentine's Day. It's an excuse to just like laze about, go out for a meal, do soppy stuff like that. I do think it gets overhyped commercially, which does kind of ruin it. And like you say, maybe every day or more days should be Valentine's Day-esque. But yeah, I'm not against it. I just don't... I've never had a girlfriend who wants to do anything crazy for Valentine's Day. I think it's seen in films as something more than it is in reality.
Definitely. And I think a lot of people have the same kind of idea about it. It's like, yeah, let's celebrate Valentine's Day, but it doesn't have to be this big, huge thing. I was exactly the same with you. I haven't had a girlfriend in the past who's been crazy on it, but we've always done something. We've always marked the day. But with not necessarily anything too different from like a regular date night.
No, exactly. I'd go out for dinner any day. I've had a long day here, pal. I don't know. I don't know what's happening to me.
Slipped and it just went downhill.
I don't know what's happening. I joked earlier that maybe you should just do it, but I'm definitely going to double down and say you do it. But yeah, on most dates we'd go out for dinner. We'd have some food. So I don't really know what you can do that's any more romantic than that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean the easy difference is like, oh, it's a date night of a card.
Yeah,
like, just to mark it off,
and maybe some flowers.
Yeah, and there's definitely the commercial side of it and the cliche side of it of flowers, chocolates, all that like cliche kind of stuff that you can get. All the like the perfume shops are like big on Valentine's and get your Valentine's Day stuff out there. But I'm not big on the grab any bunch of flowers, some heart-shaped chocolates and be all cliche. If I'm going to do like presents or gifts or cards or anything, I want to be a bit funny or quirky with it because I think that's just me.
Funny gifts for Valentine's Day seems rough.
Really? You're a big funny man, so I thought you might enjoy that. You
Thank
go for
you.
the classic.
I'm when it comes to Valentine's Day, I don't do roses, not for any not for any real reason, but I do think they're just overpriced and they're not even that nice.
They do bump up the price around Valentine's Day on like roses.
I think they bump up the price for roses full stop, but I don't think they're that great. So if I were to buy flowers, it would be a different type of bouquet of flowers. And I've always dated girls who like flowers, so they want flowers more often than the times that I give them flowers. But Valentine's Day is a very easy day to get flowers. They bump up the price on every flower situation. I'm quite cliched when it comes to Valentine's Day presents, but with like a more modernist twist. So flowers that aren't necessarily roses, but I'd still go down the flower route, and maybe some chocolates, but not in the cliched heart-shaped box or chocolate-covered strawberry type things. I'd buy just any chocolates I know that she's going to enjoy.
And so you can have some as well.
Well, yeah, I could also have the chocolate-covered strawberries, but the point is, I don't want to go down the very stilted, outdated method of you buy roses on Valentine's Day and you get heart-shaped boxes of chocolates. I'm more happy to gonna buy her some Rolos and give her some daisies, and we call it a day.
Nice. That sounds adorable.
It does, right? Everyone loves Rolos, the caramels.
Exactly, got the caramel inside.
And chocolate outside. Isn't it amazing? If your Valentine's says, let's not do presents this year, what do you do?
Ooh.
Are you...
See, so my general rule for Valentine's gifts has been, other than like Christmas, which is a gift kind of holiday, if there's a situation where I'm going to buy her a gift or him and she's going to buy me a gift, and it's like the same amount of money and it's just like different gifts are changing hands, I love the idea of putting that money together and going to do something, especially if like there's a day marked for it, like go for an experience or put it towards a holiday or something, and then whilst you're doing it, even if it's later in the year, it's like, we did this for us, we found something to do, to go spend some time together, and that's so not having like a physical gift to wrap isn't necessarily too difficult for me. But that whole conundrum of like, no, let's not do gifts, and then a man inside worrying completely that he still needs to do something. I've never had that situation, but I fear for it.
I fear for it. Right, so every year we have the same conversation. We're not going to do anything, are we? We're not going to do anything. Normally I'll go out and buy like a...
I mean, we never do anything for Valentine's Day, Tom.
Yeah, we do. How dare you forget what we did on Valentine's Day? Every year I get told, we're not doing presents, right? Every year, not doing presents, right? And I go, okay, not doing presents. And then in the back of my head, I'm like, if she's going to talk to her friends, and her friend's like, oh, what did Tom get you for Valentine's Day? And she goes, oh, nothing. I'm now a bad guy over here. But she'd obviously describe it as, oh, we don't really do Valentine's Day, we get each other cards and that's about it. But I want to give her something, so she goes, oh, he does think of me sometimes.
Sounds like you want to give her something so when she tells her friends about you, you don't sound like a bad guy.
I want to give her something so when she goes, oh, have you got anything? And I go, I bought myself an Apple Watch. She goes, oh, I haven't got anything from you. So I don't look like I'm spending all my money on me. I do feel like Valentine's Day is one of those special days where you can treat your other person. So you get them like a box of chocolate, you get them some flowers, and it's a nice little event. But I also know that if she got me a present and I didn't get her a present,
oh my god,
I'd feel so bad.
That is the nightmare. Because
that's what happened on one of my Valentine's days. She got me this really nice t-shirt, and I got her nothing because she said we weren't doing presents. And then I paid for dinner. But it did put a spoiler on the night because I was like, oh, I look like an arse because you said no presents. So I get it. I've always struggled with if someone says we're not doing presents, because I like to spoil people. Is the other thing is I like to spoil people. I like to get people gifts and makes them go, oh, Tom knows me quite well. Tom likes to think about me, or he's a giving guy. But when someone says we're not doing presents, right, I always panic. Like, I'll get you something. So I haven't bought her anything yet. I might have to look at red candy, but I haven't got anything yet. Do you think I should, or do you think you've said you're not doing presents? Don't do presents. Don't be that guy.
Well, here's the situation, right? Because you're really worried that she's going to get you something and you're not going to have anything. But you're putting her in the exact same situation where it's like, oh, I got you this, even though he said that, and then she hasn't got you anything, and then you put her down on her day.
Yeah. So what would you do if you're in my situation? Would you get a gift, or would you not get a gift? Or if you got a gift, would you then say, by the way, I bought you a little something?
See, I feel like if you've bought her a little something, you need to tell her now. So she has a few days. She has a few days to be like, oh shit, okay, he got me a little something. I can get something still without having it on the day and being completely surprised. That's what I'm thinking. If you get her something, it's like, by the way, I saw this, I couldn't stop myself because it was just so you. But that needs to be something like that you just saw. It can't just be flowers or like chocolates or something that you found at like.
So if I send her flowers, I don't have to announce it.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm not sure that counts as a gift.
What, flowers?
Yeah, I mean, as much
hear
as
that, guys out there? If you get your girlfriend flowers, Matt thinks that's nothing. Do better. Up your game. Yeesh.
Right, there's different kind of flowers out there. You can up your game. There's Moonpig that are selling like these different color flowers, like they dyed them or something. They're rainbow colours. You must have seen these.
How to describe a man trying to describe flowers in a sentence? You know, they got flowers and they're different colours, right? You know flowers with different colours.
They are white lilies that have been dyed to be a rainbow colour. Okay. You know
them red flowers, and they've also they're joined by some yellow and maybe some purple. They're colours. And they're flowers. What are they? It's like,
I'm sorry, I wasn't elegant enough for you.
It's all right. I just expect a certain level of class.
Oh, then you shouldn't.
I want to get her something. I've seen something that she would like, and that would be a nice gift to receive.
If this is true, why did you agree no gifts?
Because she said no gifts. She introduced the idea of no gifts.
And you can be like, no, I'm getting you something whether you like it or
Yeah,
not.
it seems really rude, doesn't it? I'm like,
But
absolutely.
you should do that. You
What,
should do that.
just be assertive, be like, no, you're getting a gift and you're going to like it.
Yeah, you just make it clear. I found something that I really want to get for you. I'm not expecting anything back, and I'll be happy enough to just see the smile on your face when I give it to you, because that's all I want.
But the other thing is, she's unemployed and I am employed.
Okay.
So I have more money to burn, metaphorically, than she does.
Got to set a budget.
Yeah, not if we've agreed to no presents.
You fucked up. You're in a lose-lose situation here, you are.
I am in a lose-lose situation. So you just say go for it,
I say go for it.
but tell her.
Yes, tell her. Give her a couple of days to get you something as well.
We all know I'm not going to tell her. I'm just going to buy her the thing.
No, you're not.
No.
You're going to put her in the exact situation that you don't want to be, which is, oh, thanks. I didn't get you anything, though. I hope that's okay. And ruin
Well,
her
first
day.
of all, she's not pathetic. So she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Well, how the conversation's going to go is, I'm going to send this and just go, thanks for the gift, but I thought we agreed no present. I said, yeah, but I saw this and it was nice. She went, oh, thank you. That's going to be end of.
Well, that's fine. You're all good.
I know, but what if she goes, oh, yeah, he said no gifts.
Apparently, she won't do that.
She shouldn't.
So, other cute dates. You're in the same situation with me, that your fake girlfriend doesn't live with you. So, right now, we have to be, like, all virtual, like, everything's locked down with COVID, so I can't even see significant others unless it's like for a walk maybe. I don't even know if that's legal anymore with all the rule changes. So how do we do Valentine's Day with our significant others virtually this year?
What do you do?
What do you do?
What do I do?
So I've seen some dates, some delivery dates. You can get food ordered and like Zoom the whole time and eat like you're having a date face to face at a table, but it's just your laptop.
Yeah.
Is that cute?
I think delivery dates are a fun idea where you order them food and they order you food.
Nice.
And so you don't know what food's going to arrive.
Okay, I think I reckon.
So like you could have Thai food arrive, and she's getting Mexican food, so she can fill her Tacosaurus Rex, which you should have voted for in the poll, and given me a 2-2 draw. But I think that's a great idea. See what they order for you. See how well they know you. You can test how well you know them. Neither of you know what each other eats. Both be unhappy.
Yeah, Tom thinks it's Valentine's Day as a test, obviously.
Whilst sharing your Netflix screen as party mode, watching a film that neither of you care about, and then going, this was great fun.
Now, you started with this being a really strong idea that you love, and you've ended on it that I'm not quite sure that you do. Now, I'm worrying because in principle...
I kind of sold myself down a river that I didn't like.
In principle, this is a fantastic idea. In reality, it'll be a case of, oh, so mine's turning up in 10 minutes. When is yours turning up? Oh, mine's turning up in 30 minutes. It's like, oh, okay, shall I eat mine now then? It's like, okay, yeah, I'll just watch you eat and then I'll eat afterwards.
And that's my biggest fear. I hate eating in front of people and I hate people eating in front of me.
So, yeah, you're horrible at dates.
I'm horrible at dates.
We sit back to back. It's the weirdest thing.
It's on different tables. We wave, and then I pay for the meal.
Yep.
But yeah, I hate. If you listen to my other podcast, What Happens to Table for Adult, you'll hear my biggest pet peeve is hearing people eat. So when you're both eating at the same time, it kind of like zeroes it out. I think if you've got headphones in, directly listening to them eat, it's a whole lot of yucky for me.
You'd hate dating me, so I am the fastest.
Oh yeah,
eater.
for many reasons.
Yeah. Not that many reasons. Come on. So I am the fastest.
Oh, you're
eater.
a 6 and I'm probably a 9.
Oh wow. Okay. Fuck. I'm a little bit hurt. I mean, I'd agree with you being a 9, but come on.
Oh, flattery. 6.5.
So I'm the fastest eater.
I've seen faster.
Okay, fuck you. I'm faster at eating than I'm faster at eating than my girlfriend. So this is the problem. We both sit down with a meal. In 5 minutes, I finish my food, and then in like the next 10-15 minutes, she's finished her food. But I'm the whole time just waiting there and seeing what food she won't eat, and then I can have the rest of hers.
No, you're awful. You're an awful date. That's bad.
It's a great date. It's
That's
bad.
bad.
I'm not picking at it while she's eating it, but I full well know she's going to leave some.
And you're going to go, I'm going to eat that.
Yeah, so basically, I eat my food really quickly, and then I spiral like a vulture, waiting to get the leftovers that she doesn't eat.
So you just circle her.
Yeah.
Hey, you going to eat that? You going to eat that? Hey.
Yeah.
You should leave the cheesy bits. I like that.
She doesn't like cheese, so there's never any cheesy bits, which is upsetting.
Who doesn't like cheese?
I know. It stresses me out.
Figure it out.
If we ever have a meal with cheese, I get double cheese.
And she doesn't have any dinner.
Well, she gets like HelloFresh boxes, so it comes with an allocated amount of cheese for 2 people. It's like, that's double cheese for Matt, that is. That's a good day for Matt.
Double cheese for Matt.
That's all I want this Valentine's is double cheese.
You're a simple man.
I am.
No,
I don't
no,
need
much needs. Anyway, virtual dates. I know so many people are having them, and I know they're so important for people with long distance relationships, people who are in this COVID situation that Matt and I are in for our fake dates. But I think the real issue is if I were single and I was going on like Zoom Tinder dates.
Yeah.
I'd be awful. I'd be so god awful.
I agree. You make a terrible first impression face to face, let alone
exactly
over a computer.
And then if I've muted her so she can eat, we're not getting any progress.
So my current girlfriend and I, we met over Tinder, and our first
subtle brag
date was a Zoom date.
Nice. Okay, so how was it? Was it awkward?
Super nervous.
Did you dress up?
No.
Did you Donald Duck it and only dress the top half?
Yeah, I was completely naked, naked under the top.
I respect that.
Yeah, no, but we had a Zoom date, but we didn't make it like dinner and a movie. Like we decided to have some alcohol and like play some games to like get to know you, like 2 truths and a lie and like truth and dare and that sort of like stupid stuff. Like playful getting to know you icebreaker dates, but it's not like a meal for 2 and I put a tie on and we pretend that we're at a table. It was just like friends chatting and getting to know each other. And that was the first date, and it was a nice little icebreaker. It let her know that I probably wasn't a serial killer, and then we met up in person.
Possibly wasn't, maybe wasn't, who knows?
The jury's still out, I think. Might just be playing that long con.
I there's so many things that I feel. Was the Zoom in your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. Was she in her bedroom?
Yes.
Is that weirder?
Because I've seen her bedroom.
Yes.
No?
Seems like the next step, doesn't it? Going to their bedroom.
I wasn't in the bedroom.
Well, metaphorically you were. Virtually you were.
Virtually I was, but...
Now would it be weird if she was in your bedroom and you were in hers? For your first Zoom date?
Yeah, that'd be weirder. That's got to be a TV show, right? You virtually talk to each other, but you're in each other's rooms.
There is that TV show on BBC Three where someone looks around your bedroom and then decides they want to date you.
I'm always confused by... Come Dine With Me, where they always sneak off while the other person's cooking to snoop around their room.
Yeah, if I'm cooking for you, stay in one room and don't investigate what's in my drawers.
They always go snooping. I'd hate that.
Exactly, it's so rude. I'd quite like to do the snooping though.
Yeah, everyone wants to be the snooper, not the snoopy.
No one wants to be Snoopy.
No one wants to be Snoopy, exactly.
You sleep on a roof of a doghouse. That looks uncomfortable, pal.
You got a bird sitting on you the whole time.
What's the bird called?
Woodstock.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. I never knew that.
Here you go.
Thanks, man.
All right, so other virtual dates. What other ideas are there? I really like Jackbox games.
I like Jackbox games.
Me and my friends, and including my girlfriend, will go on to like Jackbox games, and we'll have like a social evening with friends. I think that could be done with a couple.
I think
play games.
Sounds lovely. But
so these are some ideas. You can buy Jackbox. You can play some virtual games. It's all on your phone. Get other people involved. You could double date.
How do you feel about double dates in general?
Oh, I hate double dates.
Okay.
I've only ever been on one. I've been on 2 double dates, and one was a blind date for me, which was horrible. The other one was fine,
what?
It was just friends. Yeah.
That's awful. You don't do a blind double date.
Oh, well, no. Here's the problem. It wasn't a blind double date. It was meant to be.
You're blindfolded double date.
Yeah.
Hate those.
My friend met a guy on Tinder, and they wanted to meet, but she didn't want to meet him without bringing a friend, so he brought me.
Serial killer vibes.
Situation. Yeah, serial killer vibes. So that situation. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll come with you. And then the girl I was paired up with, oh my god, she hated everything. You ever had a conversation with someone? It's like, yeah, I've heard of that, but I really don't like it. It's like, what do you like? Oh my god, it was soul destroying. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I find out that my friend and the one he was talking to didn't wait for this date and ended up meeting for coffee like 3 days beforehand, making the whole double date obsolete. She knew he wasn't a serial killer. I didn't need to spend 2 hours with this girl that hates everything.
That is awful.
Oh, it was awful. I still haven't forgiven him, obviously.
Okay, so can we circle back to the Zoom date?
Yes.
On your Zoom date, are you like looking around her room? Like obviously she's not giving like you a tour. It's not like a 3D thing. But whilst you're talking to her, do you also just like glance around the room and be like, oh, she's got that. Oh, she's got this. Or do
yes, but at the same time, like we didn't move too much, so it's just kind of staring at the back wall.
Staring at the back wall?
Well, yeah, so like you're sat on your bed.
Oh, okay.
And I'm in view, so all I can see is like the back wall behind you, and there's not necessarily that much in it. Like, I know at your setup, if you are sat at your desk, I'd be able to see all of your cool shelves and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It just happened to be where we were stood.
All my tat.
Was like literally we were against the wall, so you could just see the white background.
So I think for a virtual date, I'm probably a good person to have, not physically, not visually either, but I've got things around my room that people go, oh, that's cool, or that's interesting, or that's stupid, or oh, I'm dating a child. That type of thing, which I think would be quite good for conversation. I think I've got a lot of things in my room that are conversation starters.
Agreed.
However, there's the whole issue of the me in the foreground of the video.
Yeah, if you just got up and left, someone could have a very nice hunt around your room.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be like one of those games where it's like, in this room is a dinosaur, a snow globe, and a lamp. And then you just have to stare at the screen and find those three things out of the other mess.
I think my room would be...
get in the way.
My room would be in a good escape room, just due to how much tat I have around.
And the one piece of this tat is a key.
I think my room would be great for that type of thing. I think it would cause a lot of conversation, but I don't think there'll be a second date because he's a child.
Yeah, unless they were into that, and then it shouldn't be a second date anyway.
No, I should then clarify there's no second date.
If anyone wants to date you, we should be a little bit worried.
Yeah, that's what I've always said. I've always said, if you want to date me, go away. You should probably be in prison.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
That's what it says on my Tinder profile.
You've never had Tinder in your life.
I've never been on Tinder in my life.
The way Tom talks about Tinder is like an 80-year-old trying to talk about the internet.
So, do you do the swipes? Is that a thing? Do you look at the picture bobs and then decide if you want a date or not? Yeah, virtual dates, I think, sound so incredibly uncomfortable.
But it's the world now.
It is the world. For however long we know, but I don't know if I'd be able to do it, to be honest. I think what would be a fun date would be you both have £10.
Okay.
See, this is the issue though. You'd have to give them your address, which is red flags.
After knowing you for like 4 years, only this year have I got your address. You are really scared about giving out your address.
I just don't know what you're going to send me. Like a dead horse or something.
I send you really nice stuff.
But you're part of the mafia, so you might send me a dead horse.
Just the head.
Or a dead fish. But where was I going? What was I saying? Yeah, so if you'd have to give them your address, which is a bit of a red flag. You spend £10 and you both buy something for each other. And you talk about what you've bought and see if you match on shopping styles. That
is fun. And worst case scenario, you could click plus it to the nearest convenience store. And it's we'll go pick it up from this person. And I kind of know where you live, but not exactly.
No, because then they go to collect it and you're stood outside in your overcoat.
And then they follow you.
And then red flags. So I think that could be fun if you could find a way around not giving out your address. I don't know how it works, but the idea is there. It just needs padding out.
See, it sounds like obviously you're talking about it in the context of a first date.
Mine's like a super innocent, but it sounds disgustingly creepy.
If you're talking about it as a Valentine's date virtually with your significant other that you already know and have been to each other's addresses, all you're talking about is just virtual Valentine's Day.
My fake girlfriend has never given me her address.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
Would you give me your address? You have done. But if you didn't, if you hadn't already, would you have done?
I've given you all of my addresses. Well, one of them was your address as well. You live with me.
What
every
a twist.
year you've had my address and you've sent me something dumb.
I know. I
still trust you with it.
I always feel bad because I give you funny names, which are only really funny to me.
Yes.
I always put a funny name on your present, and I go, if there's a knock on the door and your mum goes, and let's say there's a knock on the door and no one's home.
Yeah.
And they go to your neighbour and go, hi, we've got something for Miss Dickie Dobberella Dobson. And your neighbour goes, I don't know who that is. I don't want to take this.
Yeah, I'm always worried that if it gets taken back to the depot, it's do you have any IDs? This doesn't say Miss Dibby Dobberella. And it's shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then what happens?
See, when I sent you your gift, I put a stupid name in brackets.
Yes.
I put Tom, my baby boy, Humphrey. But the baby boy was in brackets, so they know it's going to Tom Humphrey.
Which is probably
you knew it was from me, so you didn't open it early, even though it arrived late.
Is what I should do in the future for you is in brackets. Have you been watching WandaVision?
I have. I haven't watched the latest episode, so no spoilers.
Oh, spoiler. By the way, everyone dies.
Fuck.
Everyone dies. Wanda, Vision, they all die.
Well, both of those.
Both of them. I had no other.
Well, both of those two characters.
All of the cast. I didn't have another one to give you. Didn't have another name.
You just knew the name of the show and then use the two names. Are you sure you've been watching this show?
What have I been watching? I've just been watching the Disney Plus screen. But I watched all of WandaVision. Loved it so far. I've watched all of what I have been able to watch and loved it so far. Inconsistent episode lengths, which is a bit weird. And then
he says recording a podcast where we have inconsistent
an hour long
lengths.
now. They're an hour long.
This is like the second episode where we've really tried to finalise it to an hour.
And the credits are about 6 minutes long.
Yeah, they really are.
And that's apparently a stylistic choice. They wanted to steal like a 70s show's credits. But I hated it.
So anyone who hasn't watched the show, lots of the episodes are based on old sitcoms.
Yeah.
So they're stealing a lot from black and white sitcoms, and then another episodes in, they start getting colour, and they go up a couple of years, and it's all based around different sitcoms, and lots of the classic kind of jokes and
it's a Marvel
stuff that used to be funny back in the day. It is,
and it's a Marvel. Nice chair. It's a Marvel spin-off TV show which they're trying to push heavily for Disney Plus, and so I thought I'd give it a go because I'm a big Marvel nerd, and the thing it had 6 minutes remaining, so it didn't come up to that screen of do you want me to start the next episode? So in my head,
with a Marvel, you got to think that there's going
to be an extra bit at the end. So now I'm sitting there watching 6 minutes of credits for no payoff, and I go, I've waited 4 minutes for this card to kick in. But I do have an issue with it though. I love it, but I feel like they are censoring it. They're making it a bit PG because of the audience. I think.
Do you not think it's like that because of the style of TV show that they're ripping off?
No, I think it's done like that because it's for Disney Plus and they're doing it for like a 12 plus and under. So that they're softening it.
That has been a thing with Disney Plus.
It has been.
It's very pushed at kids, but like with Netflix, it's a kids section and the rest is pushed to adults. With Disney Plus, it is lots of kids are going to have this. We can't put anything too bad on it.
But what else is there related to being big story comic book guy fans?
Well, I'm glad you led into that so obviously. This week, we're going to kick it up a notch with a new Kickstarter campaign that I have found, which is The Miracles graphic novel.
Nice. What's it about?
Well, it is about The Miracles is a comic about refugees in the real world, and it's got so much family drama. Basically, without giving too much away from the synopsis, it is about a boy who realizes he's a superhero, and his parents and the rest of his family are all superheroes, and they are refugees from his favorite comic book. So it's a little Deadpool-y that the comic exists, but the characters inside the comic have come out of the comic, and it's actually his family in costume. So it's a very different kind of storyline to what we're normally seeing. It promises lots of family drama, almost soap-worthy, but it's all supers. So I'm thinking a different kind of look on superheroes, kind of like The Boys, with like your classic Batman, Robin look, masked up superhero family team. So I am loving the idea. And it's on Kickstarter. They've about a third of the way through their pledge goals. And the one thing that attracts me really nicely about this one is the kind of levels and the tiers you can back it on. Mm-hmm. Some projects are like, pay us £1 or pay us £100. But this project has some really nicely affordable pledges. They start at £1. You've got £2 if you want your name in the book, which I think is fantastic.
That's cool.
And then it just boosts it up a little bit. So £10, £18. So you can pay as much as you can afford without it being all or nothing, which is some things sometimes you get on Kickstarter. Mm. Delivery for this is looking to come out October 2021, so this year, October this year. Which isn't too long to wait. So it's kind of get it sponsored, and then you don't have to wait forever and a day to get your hands on this fantastic graphic novel.
So this is something that the Urge To Splurge boys are backing. We recommend
the Splurge boys.
The Splurge boys. We recommend that you also back this. We'll be Instagramming this and tweeting this out at We Are Audiobox on both platforms, so do check out that. But is there
I do want to get Urge to Splurge named in the book.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be
great.
great.
Right?
Can we be a villain?
I think
Splurgers.
name of the book is more of like a, we want to thank these people for helping this book become.
But if we get enough,
get to be super villains.
If we help enough to get it backed, do you think we could get us as a side character?
I'll email them.
Thanks, pal. Thanks, pal.
The Splurge Boys.
Splurge Boys.
I feel like we'll be the very first bad guys that they meet in an alley trying to rob a bank badly, like Home Alone, and they just take us out in one kick.
Ah, kapow. So we haven't quite got the backing yet for Croc Clocks.
Is that not kicked off?
Hasn't nice pun. Hasn't quite kicked off. It hasn't quite.
I thought they'd be snapping at the chance.
Haven't quite
to play
clogged up the
Croc.
market, no. But I thought that was a great idea. What would you create? What would be your competitor to my Kickstarter of Croc Clocks?
Oh, that was your Kickstarter idea.
Oh, it was my idea the whole time.
I think I
Listen
came
back
up with
to
the
it.
name.
You might have done, but I came up with the concept.
Okay, well here's my new concept. Okay,
Alright.
Self-spreading toast.
Okay.
So you got butter on toast, or you want your jam on your toast, or your peanut butter on toast, right? Spreading is a little bit of a pain.
Yeah.
And if it's not, it's just a time waster. Don't you want your toast to pop up and it to be like ready for you, already spread and ready to eat?
I do.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I'm picturing. You get a slice of toast.
Yeah.
And you know those toilets that like wipe themselves down?
Yes.
They turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now think of that as the toast is turning whilst the knife is holding enough of your like chosen condiment of choice.
So there's a knife there.
Yeah, the knife is like, the way I'm thinking of it is like a record player, right? And the knife is the arm of the record player, and then the toast spins.
Oh.
And then there's a nice little layer of all your jam or your butter or something spun onto your toast, and there you go.
See
Lift up the little arm.
how
boom.
I was picturing it was, you know how a toaster is with the 4, 3, 2 slots, however many slots you've got for your toaster.
3 slots? What kind of toaster do you have that has 3 slots?
For my Big Macs.
Okay, alright, good answer.
I saved it, didn't I? I somehow saved it.
I don't know how.
But how I imagine it is, against every slot is like a stick of butter, right? A pat of butter.
Yeah.
And whilst the toast warms up, that starts to melt. And then that melts onto your toast and then pops up pre-toasted, pre-buttered.
I could see that working if it was like a sideways toaster. Like you put your toast in like a grill.
And then it drips down onto
And
your
then
toast.
it drips down onto it, yeah.
Do you want toast drippings?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be opposed to that.
You see, now what I'm thinking is, you know, like when you pull out the little toast tray and it's lots of little bits at the bottom of it.
Yeah,
that will fall down.
that's just going to be butter.
Okay. Put the toaster on the side.
Yeah.
And now have these trays slot in above the toast, but it's like jam or it's like butter. So when the toast is done,
Do you want hot
that,
jam,
like,
though?
opens up. No, you don't want hot jam or hot peanut butter because that's just like satay sauce. But you want like a nice thick peanut butter. Okay, this needs work. But I think my idea of the it just turning and spreading over the condiment.
But the turning idea, and now I've also realised the issue with my one, is you only toast one side of the bread.
No. It toasts fine.
Oh,
like a regular toaster.
I take it back. It toasts
and then
fine.
it pops out
onto a
this
record
new
player.
thing that spins it.
It's taking up a lot of space here.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a negative Nelly.
You seem to be.
I do seem to be, but I don't intend to be.
If we could increase the springage on a toaster to have it pop out more violently, then all it needs to do is land on a circular disc on top of the toaster every time perfectly. And then it doesn't take up any more.
So what it does,
horizontally.
We take my idea and your idea of the warmed butter now on the side. So like a regular toaster, you slide in your slice of butter, and it pings up. Right, the toast pings up with enough force that it actually ejects it out. There's now like that slice of butter now comes out and slides on top to like cover the slot hole.
Okay.
Which is different to what you're thinking of. The slot hole.
Mm-hmm.
And it lands on that butter side down, and then you flip it up and it's buttered.
But how does it work with jam and peanut butter?
You don't have jam or peanut butter
So
on your bread.
It just does butter.
It just does butter. I don't know.
Okay, it takes away one of the steps. We're getting very Wallace and Gromity, where we could just shoot jam at it.
We could do that. I don't know.
Once it's in the air and pops up, there's a sensor that lets know that there's toast above it, and it shoots out some jam.
I think it's impossible to jam this. I think you might still have to do a jam by hand.
Alright, you don't want to jam a toaster.
You never want to jam a toaster, and you don't want to hand jam a toaster.
Okay, this needs some work. I'll come back to it.
We'll get back to it.
I'll get the blueprints on the social and we'll get to it. Okay, so the self-toast spreader, which needs some work with the name, I think, is not quite ready for your pledges. But what is Miracle's comic. Go on to Kickstarter. We will post a link on our social and go back that. Get yourself a fantastic comic that is a different look on the superhero genre.
Do go and back it because it looks freaking sweet. So every week we ask you guys, the audience, our splurges, what is your biggest splurge that you've ever made or recently made, or what's your biggest splurge just in general? And one of our splurges emailed us one of their biggest splurges.
And where can they email us, Tom?
They can email us at urge2splurge@outlook.com. That's urge2splurge@outlook.com. All one word, all one email address. Do get in touch. They said they bought those flowers that last a year and cost £140. But unfortunately, their relationship didn't last the year. Is this a bad splurge? Thoughts? Thoughts?
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing. This is terrible.
No, it's kind of funny. We don't know how long after he bought her the flowers their relationship stopped.
Obviously not 12 months.
No. So we've got that time frame between 1 day and 364 days. Somewhere in that range they broke up. So it could have been 360 days they lasted after buying the flowers, or it could have been 4.
I didn't know that these flowers existed until this email came across.
Yeah.
And the idea just baffles me that I don't know how it's done. I don't understand the science behind it.
I don't understand any science. I tend to not question things because it makes me sleep easier at night.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand how internet works.
No. But in my head, like, I don't get flowers very often, but I feel like when
Shocker.
you get flowers, it's nice to maybe get some different flowers afterwards, like mix it up. These are the same flowers. Like, you might as well get plastic ones.
I see where you're coming from, but you can also get I think they probably smell nice. They probably hold their scent. I don't know. I don't know how. I've never received these year-long flowers, but they look pretty. They're roses that are normally in a box or on a bear, and they look nice, but I don't have any point of reference of what they smell like / why you'd get them. Apart from if you're spending £140, you want them to last a bit longer than a week that regular flowers last.
Yeah, if you're spending £140 on a Valentine, then you probably want her to last a little bit longer than the year as well.
So the issue is, I think at the time of doing it, I'd be more than happy to spend the £140 on these year-long roses.
Okay, yeah.
In my head, because I'm like, oh, she's going to love this, it's going to be a great gift. Obviously, you're not thinking down the line, is this too... Obviously, if it's your first Valentine's Day and you've only been dating for a month, don't do this. Never do this. But if you've been dating for, let's say, 4 or 5 years, and you go, oh, she's going to like this gift, and it's a little bit pricey, but you can afford it. Never buy anything that you can't afford to then explain down the line.
Yeah. I do like the sentiment of this gift because it does say, I expect to be with you in a year's time and watch these die with you. I think that's their slogan, right?
Yeah, that's word for word.
Let's watch these die together next year. And it's one of those gifts where if it literally does last a year, well, she's going to need some new ones next year. So you've just sorted on Valentine's Day. It's
like buying a holiday or something for the pair of you, because now that window is open that they're going to stick with you for the remainder of that time. They get to go on holiday. Yeah,
but normally you buy a holiday and it's like, oh, we're going on holiday in a month. Like, it's not, you don't buy someone a holiday and be like, hope you're still with me in 2021 because we're going. No, you don't know that. I would plan a couple of months ahead. I wouldn't go next month. Let's go here. I would say a couple of months ahead is fair. Like, let's say now, I'd plan for a summer holiday booking now. Yeah, it's a risky move. The relationships, you got to be strong in them. It's also quite a good move because now she can't break up with you because you've now got a holiday to go for. You say a good move, but I don't think a relationship where they can't break up with you. It's all about tactics, pal. It's all about tactics. Tom tricks his fake girlfriends into staying with him longer. Exactly. Tom buys it's all mind puppies, games. So they have to wait 10 years before it dies. 10 years? Do you know how long puppies live for? Depends how well you are looking after, I guess. You raise a great point. But do I think this is a certified splurge? I think, do you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's a good splurge. It's an unfortunate story. It's a good story. It's a story to tell, but it's a good splurge. You thought good intentions. She liked the gift. I assume you didn't say why you broke up, when you broke up. It might have been over these £140 flowers. Where's the tea, man? We need more of these details. They even kept themselves anonymous. We'll email you back and see if we can find out more details about this story. But I think it's a good splurge. It's a cute story. It's unfortunate. I respect the commitment. I really do. It's like, these are going to last a year, and so are we. That would scare me off, to be honest. If Maybe that's what happens. Maybe it was a day or two afterwards.
Oh, you're right. That might scare me off.
I hope he got the flowers back, is all I'm saying. You know when you exchange like gifts, like stuff back, belongings back. Oh yeah, you left this at mine and this t-shirt that's yours, I should probably give back. And those flowers that last year, I think they should be brightening up your life.
Okay.
Because you bought them.
Okay, next follow-up question related to that. So you've got these flowers back. Let's say it lasted a month. And you get a girlfriend 2 months later. Would you re-gift them and say, these are going to die in 9 months?
These are 9-month flowers. Don't try and look up the company because they don't exist.
They last for 9 months.
They last for 8 months and 28 days? Yeah, that's right.
How? You couldn't do that. What's the point of then having
No.
them back? I would say just keep them. Enjoy the £140 flowers because I don't want them in mine. Because I don't want a constant reminder of you and we broke up after I bought these stupidly expensive flowers.
Yeah, they'd just be mocking you like, we last longer than your love.
Yeah, and I couldn't then re-gift them and say these are 8-month-long flowers.
I love that idea though. I feel really bad for laughing at this.
Yeah, sorry, pal. And do email us in the future if you have another splurge, or we will get back in touch with you to see more details. But oh, that's class. Yeah, I say it's a good splurge. You?
Yeah, I'm gonna go that I respect the commitment. Good splurge.
2 certified splurges. What did I just say? 2 certified splurges from the Splurge Boys.
From the Splurge Boys. Right. So a little reminder, that is, if you want to email us and get your biggest splurge, your most exciting splurge on the podcast, you have a chance of doing so by emailing us at urgetosplurge@outlook.com. If you don't want to stay anonymous like this gentleman, you can always drop your social in there and we might just share it. Where can they find our social, Tom?
They can find us on Instagram at WeAreAudiobox, where we have the running poll of who shopped best from I Saw This and Thought of You. And you can also find us on Twitter with the same handle, WeAreAudiobox, where we put out some incredible tweets and links to other things that we like to splurge on.
Yep, you'll be able to find the 10% off discount code from Red Candy if you follow us on social, because we'll make sure we remind you of that.
Way too often than we should.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and remember, Urge to Splurge family. If you go to redcandy.co.uk, you can use the code SPLURGE10 to get 10% off.
As always, I want to thank my co-host, my baby boy, Tom Humphrey, on this very special Valentine's episode. For the first time ever in life, I can admit. I love you, man. That's it. I don't have anything bad to say about you, man. I don't have anything weird to say about you this week.
Super awkward.
I just love you and I respect your friendship. And
Super awkward. I thought we should be less of friends. I think we should just stop talking to each other, to be honest. I think we should just call it a day. I want to record podcasts with other people. It's not you. It's me. I just wasn't expecting such a heavy commitment so early on in this 7-episode podcast. I don't know really what to say here. I'm sorry. I hope you're okay about that. I want to thank the host of this show, Matthias Dobson. A little fun fact about our buddy Matty over here. He used to get a bow and arrow with a heart at the end and actually fling that at girls that he liked like he was Cupid, in hopes that the love would rub off and rub him... couldn't quite finish that one.
go on, say it.
Him off.
I think the problem, they didn't like the diaper I was wearing.
See, it would be fine if it wasn't used.
It was... On that note, splurges. Next episode will be out February 26th. So if we don't speak to you before then,
go splurge! Best one yet.
We're getting better.
So, tomorrow is Self-Love Day.
What is Self-Love Day?
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's the third. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. What are you
We're only
going
meant to do that on the 13th of February. Jesus Christ.
You have had way too many self-love days. No, it's the day before Valentine's Day where you're meant to reflect and focus on you before thinking of other people. Which
That's
I guess
not well known enough. I like that.
Which I guess is the same as what you described. Would you get yourself a gift specifically for a day? Because I gift myself way too often just in general. What would you give yourself on Self-Love Day?
Oh, what would I give myself on Self-Love Day?
So you kind of made it gross. So
Yeah.
you kind of ruined this for everyone here, pal.
Yeah, okay, so for Self-Love Day, what would I get myself? I think for Self-Love Day, I would go the whole hog. I would treat myself to my favourite meal. I would eat it in front of the TV, get some Ben and Jerry's afterwards, and I definitely splurge
Nice.
on myself by buying. Definitely buy myself a treat. I'd love some pick and mix. Maybe just some pick and mix. That's a great shout.